Okay, what's my feeling on what's been going on the last week or so, especially with the backlash regarding Nick Studio 10? I really don't have much to say for the simple fact is I haven't really watched Nickelodeon for a very long time. It has been a very long while since I actually was invested in what goes on in Nickelodeon. I think the last show I actually watched before finally just, phasing out of my interest was All Grown Up, the spin-off to the Rugrats show. Other than that, unless a family member is watching Nickelodeon, I'm not watching Nickelodeon. Not that I think it's bad or anything. I just outgrown it. So, uh, to me, I don't have a full-fledged review on that situation, but I am going to talk about is the backlash revolving this new show, which I have took the liberty of watching certain episodes of it because it was posted on YouTube, and that's regarding Studio 10. My feeling is it a good show? No. At least the stuff I have seen. Um, the music video for the jar was not something that I actually sat through and say, yeah, this is great. I actually shook my head because it was just nonsense and it's basically crude humor, which was more missed than hit. There were others forgettable skits that I've seen, and the only thing that came to my mind is why put this on the TV at all. But there are all people who did find it kind of entertaining. That's fine. That's to each his own. But there was a lot of people who were angry at this show, is boycotting the show, fighting petitions against the show, and even posting negative comments on the Twitter and Facebook related to this show. So it has really gotten huge negativity, more so than anything else. I mean, there's only a few, very few, who actually like the show. But that's not why I'm also making a video. It's the move that Nickelodeon makes that got me scratching my head, and that is the fact that they actually post this show on another show that is currently being run at that time slot. They're doing it as if they're doing a special service announcement, something you see similar to the president making an important speech to a major news event, a major crisis event that which almost every channel is actually is covering. The way they're doing it and why they're doing it is in very poor taste. This is the thing I'm more upset about, is the fact that they thought this was a good idea. I go on to say the one thing you don't do when somebody's into a TV show, you don't turn the channel while they're into it. You don't talk over people while they're into it, and you damn sure don't put something that has nothing to do with the show that's being run on that particular channel, especially when there's no need to put it on there. If they want to promote this show, which for what I understand is going to have its own time slot later on in spring, I believe April. Of this year. If you wanted to do that, then do that. That's fine. You can have other ways of promoting it. Doing it the way they did, to me, was a slap in the face towards the people who are actually invested in the shows. And I know a lot of people made videos saying that some of these shows wasn't as good as they used to be. These shows are not as strong as they was. That's not the point. The point is that you're interrupting this show that everybody was tuning into. I tune in. If I want to watch SpongeBob SquarePants, I'm going to tune in to watch SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not tuning in to watch some stupid skit that is going to piss me off just by them being on there. And it'll probably even make me more mad because the skit ain't good. And that's been the major issue to me, more so than them just putting on a skit show. Because I got news for there has been this Nickelodeon does have a track record of having some pretty poor TV shows. They have some good ones, but they also have some bad ones. So this is nothing new that they have a bad show, but their timing and the way they have promoted the show was just in poor taste. And I think that's where more of the anger is coming from. The fact is, you're putting this show, you're running the show while other shows are running. I don't care if it's live or not. The point is you're still disrespecting people who are actually tuned in to watch their favorite TV shows. Only have this show just pretty much take them out of any investment they probably had going into this. So that's the thing that I think that bothers people the most. As for the Twitter, yeah, it was bad. I mean, they really post a lot of negativity. You're gonna have, it's gonna happen. It's bound to happen. But the fact is, the people who was behind the tweets, the people behind, I'm pretty sure it was the people who produced it, Studio 10, Nick Studio 10. The way they comment back, it makes it showed a lot of arrogance, and it shows unprofessionalism. Dealing with that, it's almost like they was trying to be funny, and it came out really wrong. To the point where they was even trying to block people and deleted negative comments. You can only do so much with deleting negative comments before more comes right in. You can't delete them all. And the fact is, we live in an age where once it's out there for life. People's gonna retweet it, repost it, take captions of it. So them reacting the way they did showed unprofessionalism. And even the lie about saying that they wasn't them, that they was hacked, I'm not buying that, and nobody else is either. I just think they were unprofessional. I think that Nickelodeon, the company itself, realized just how negative this was, because the moment that happened, moment that incident has happened, they actually canceled it out altogether. So Nickelodeon had heard the negativity, they had heard the response, and I think that would let them to have, you know what, just have their own TV show because this isn't working. To me, I can get mad at the show till the cows come home. But the point is, this decision still goes by the executives. These are the guys who make the final call. And to me, they should have known there was going to be a huge backlash on prompting this show. The Nickelodeon's done a lot of things that really is not making a lot of people happy. The way they've been promoting their apps, the way they've been promoting their shows, the way they've not been promoting their shows, and the way they have really been responding towards their audience, young and old. And I think they need to really rethink what they're doing. They need to get their ethics a little bit in order when it comes to promoting their shows like this. Because to me, I don't know how they can think that this was a good idea, putting a show on while another show is currently running. It's never a good idea. You don't do that. If again you wanted to promote this show, a lot of people saying it was probably a promotion to get this show, to get fan base, so that way they can actually put the show on. To me, that was a better way of doing it. They could have done a pilot episode. They could have done, commercials. There were other ways to get this show interest. Putting it on a show where it's already being run is not one of them. And I will say this: once this show comes back, I hope they have different screenwriters. I hope they have different people behind this show, because A, when I see stuff like that on Twitter, the unprofessional they was handling, and B, the script they was working on, when they do that kind of stuff, this show is not going to have a long lifespan. It probably shot themselves in the foot and probably won't have a long lifespan, especially after the stuff I have seen. But to me, if they're going to survive, they're gonna have to clean house, man, and they're gonna have to really start from scratch, because there's no way you can tell me with the stuff I have seen that this show is gonna last a season. It probably will last a week, but it probably won't last a season, and that's what Nickelodeon has to do. They can't assume that this show is gonna have a huge fan base going in there. There's a whole lot of negativity. Probably a few people will give it another chance. But there's a lot of people going to have that in their head how horrible this show is. And make no mistake about it. The stuff I saw on YouTube with this show really did not make me, just basically shook my head. I was not happy with what I saw at all. Crude humor can only take you so much, but then after a while it's just, it will go down quick. Again, show wasn't great. I will say that. It wasn't good at all. But as far as the other decisions fall, I think I have to put that more on Nickelodeon than them. The Twitter was bad, the situation was bad, but like I said, if they actually clean house and fix it up and give people a reason to watch their show, who knows, it may actually make a comeback. So that's just my take on it. You guys give me your own opinion on it. I like to hear, especially Nickelodeon fans out there. Give me your feeling on that. Until then, it's J77. Say take care and be safe.